Hello and welcome. It's closing in 7 p.m. local time, and we are still here at the Nondescripts Cricket Club just because just a few minutes ago, like 10-15 minutes ago, Team India, went off the field along with the Sri Lankan team. The stumps were called, and why it was so late, 90 overs were bowled yesterday on the day one, 90 overs were bowled today as well, and that's why the game was stretched beyond the scheduled time, which is 5 p.m. local. But it was scheduled, and the reasons are said to be, something which Devashish will tell you. I will straight go to Devashish regarding this. Devashish, everybody is asking about this, that the why they are extending the time, why they are batting in a practice match, obviously, why they are extending this game time.
Vaibhav, obviously, let me first come to the point that the Indian team they did not waste any time after the day's play. Every player, coach, support staff, they just headed to the team coach and left for the team hotel because, as you said at the start, that it's almost quarter to seven. So and there was speculation that whether because we all know it's a 3 day game, but let me just confirm you for our Revsportz viewers that it is going to be a 3 day game. The team management has already selected a ball with which they will start the proceedings on day three. So that is one indication that this match will definitely go for the third day. Obviously, one more thing what the team management or read the head coach Gautam Gambhir has made it a point that it should be a 90 overs 90 overs in the day, and that was the reason that despite light getting darker, the team went on because there are no floodlight here at this ground. But despite the team management ensured that every batter, even a Gurnur Brar who walked in at the end, he also batted. His scored a quick fire 36. In fact, Manav Sutar, both the batters, the lower order batters who were given a long time at the nets in the morning, helped by the Indian captain Shubman Gill, both of them contributed, and that will give immense satisfaction for the team management. But as I say, that the head coach, ensured that every batter gets an opportunity to bat, and that has been the main focus, the main objective. The objective, see, obviously after 5:30 they could have easily decided, let's wrap it up, but the head coach ensured that there has to be 90 overs days play.
And these are the matches from which you can take a lot out. And if you look at the game time that the team management want to give to all the batters, not just the proper batters, not just the all rounders, but the bowlers as well. And Devashish mentioned the point that they didn't waste any time. The moment the stumps were called, they went straight to the team bus and then to the hotel. I would mention the point that while the game was on and the batters were keep on rotating, players got retired, hurt, and then Devdutt Padikkal batted twice. In the practice nets, there were always, at least you will find one Indian batter practicing there throughout the day. The nets was never empty. Somebody or the other was always there. It started with Gurnur Brar, Manav Sutar, then Dhruv Jurel was also there, then later Saransh Dan was there. So every
Yashasvi
time
Jaiswal.
Yashasvi Jaiswal
Yashasvi
went,
Jaiswal. He
Yashasvi
was
Jaiswal,
dismissed for a dark match.
yes,
In fact, he also batted for about an hour.
for about an hour. So that's why that tells you that match is going on parallelly. The India were practicing in the practice nets as well. So team management is solely focused on making the most of the time which they have in hand ahead of the first test, and that was the objective. Not now coming to the day, how it panned out for Team India. Starting the day, obviously Yashasvi got out, as Debashish mentioned, got out for zero. Then that partnership between KL Rahul and Devdutt Padikkal, the Centurion, stabilized the innings. But the way KL Rahul got out, he practiced a lot before this game on the sweep shot, but then got out to sweep, playing all around that delivery. That delivery actually turned a bit. But the highlight will be the way Devdutt Padikkal batted, and it was just a coincidence that while he was celebrating his 100, we got the news that Sai Sudarshan is all but ruled out of the test series, the Sri Lanka tour. Obviously it's very unfortunate from size perspective, but if you look at Devdutt Padikkal, it provides an ideal opportunity for Devdutt to cement his position, do well in the two match test series. He has started the tour on the right note, and now he will look to build on that. But apart from Devdutt Padikkal, Ravindra Jadeja also scored a 50, then got retired out. Manav Sutar looked absolutely brilliant in the innings. The partnership between the two left-handers, Jadeja and Manav Sutar. But apart from these three batters, Debashish, rest of the batting lineup, if you talk about a Yashasvi Jaiswal, Rishabh Pant again holding out, playing a reckless shot, Dhruv Jurel as well, not being able to make the most of these ideal batting conditions, I think they will be the ones who will leave this ground, thinking we could have done better.
Yeah, absolutely. Vaibhav, you were spot on because these were ideal conditions for batting. Means and then once again, Pant will feel let down because he had a golden opportunity. Because remember, just prior to that, when he walked in, Devdutt Padikkal retired hurt and he came off. And it when he patted Devdutt after his brilliant 100, but again, once again, he played an atrocious shot, which he shouldn't because it, spending time in the middle, getting some runs behind before the team actually headed to goal means that was not the case for Rishabh Pant. Dhruv Jurel will also be upset. He did bat in the morning at the practice nets, but the biggest positive for me, Vaibhav, if you ask me, has to be Ravindra Jadeja. Once again, means utilizing the opportunity. We all know Ravindra Jadeja, and his contribution, especially that partnership with Washington Sundar in that drawn test at Old Trafford. But once again, his the runs that he scored, not the runs that he scored, but the manner in which he scored, and Manav Sutar, what a find he has been for India, not just for his bowling but the contributions, this lower order batting, and that is why the Indian captain was seen spending quality time today in the morning, and with Gurnur Brar, Manav Sutar, and there were useful contributions from both.
Yeah, and this is what the objective of this series, this one practice match is. Because what a Yashasvi Jaiswal, KL Rahul, all these batters can do. But now Gurnur Brar getting some game time, Saransh Jain, Manav Sutar, Ravindra Jadeja, obviously, the lower middle order, tail enders, more they bat is good for Indian team, because whenever it will be required, even from if team requires a tail ender to bat at some point, then can chip in with useful runs, and that's the thing. Team India wants to cover all their bases before they go to goal, and that's the objective of this particular day. But apart from that, Shubman Gill also obviously didn't take part in the entire day. He was just on the sidelines talking to his players. He was active in the nets as well, overseeing the proceedings, but obviously didn't take part. It remains to be seen whether he bats tomorrow or not. Again, tomorrow will be 90 overs, complete 90 overs, and how much India will bowl, how much India will bat, that remains to be seen. We obviously will be here back again for the final day of the practice match, and you also join us as we bring you all the updates right here from ground zero at the NCC. So yes, stay tuned to Revsportz for everything related to the Indian team and this test series. Thank you for watching this video.
For India's best multi-sports coverage, your platform is one, and that's Revsportz. So like, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. I think by now you know that we will be everywhere in different parts of the world and bring you on-ground reportage. As I said, your best multi-sports coverage on Revsportz, your favorite destination.